Hi, Yoshi P. I swear to heck, if you make me cry this year, rising to the call, the wandering minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help put the finishing touches to this year's rising celebrations. Of all the coincidences! You'll hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strength the 12-month past. That's like a year ago. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last rising. Oh, if only Eveleth were here, I thought to myself. And here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I've been approached by a lady named a Yo-Yo, who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa Lominsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illumine these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Yo-Yo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. Okay. Scream! It's a yo-yo! And a yo-yo sheepy. Lady Yo-Yo, one storied adventurer, as promised. Blessing of the 12 upon ye. Name's a Yo-Yo, cannoneer first class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have you aboard. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair Lominsan streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Yo-Yo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lassies of the cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair, but more of the same ain't going to cut it for the rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite specialer than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of me mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set foot out of Limson all me days, I don't reckon I'm the best placed to know what's going through the minds of the citizens o' this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we can call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Bark, bark, boof. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then. Where's best to start asking around? Some place a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetheryte Plaza, down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the aft castle. What? Was Yoshi P glowing, or am I imagining things? Yo, 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 yo. You see them lights down Aka's alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the rising, my heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely-looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do you. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. Okay. Hey, Swazzlebert. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Ah, information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They prevent a vision of loveliness, of togetherness that we present, not prevent, oh my gosh, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Heck. I really hope there's a brighter future on the horizon. The streets are full of life, the sky's full of fire, and the westerly winds filling our seafarers' sails as it does our hearts. Ah, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? No. Meow, meow, meow. I'm Cat. Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lass. Aye, I've a few memories back then, if you've an ear to hear 'em. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Rods at Hawn when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and that loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds you not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. It's really cool that stuff like Rods at Hawn was mentioned, even all the way back in ARR, way before we ever saw it. Can you see them too, my love? Aw. Meow, meow. You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I asked is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together and know how far apart we might be. This is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Aww. We'll do our best. Make them really bright and blast off. Hey, Sajobi. Alright there. Anything I can do for you? Meow, meow, meow. You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Huh. Would have thought a great hero like you would have had better things to do with your time. But I suppose that what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, unlike most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Aww. Swim up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not, and grateful to batter on, saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Heck. Yo-yo, where's the yo-yo? Time to walk the dog. Should have brought my raincoat. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what'd you find out? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Same here. Was half expecting to just like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feelings run a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rise in fireworks goes some way to lifting that weight. So any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing do you reckon would help lift those spirits the most? Something grand and flashy, something that reminds people of the past, something that gives people hope for the future. That's all three. Is it going to be the meteor symbol? Hope for the future. Eve is all about hope. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminding folk that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limson needs the rising. This rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores, a vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled then. Ah, the minstrel's going to love it. He said he'd be up by the aft castle, right? I'll see you there. Let's see now. 1,500 weight of fire sand at 500 yalms from shore. Reckon we're gonna need more ships. Our intrepid adventurer returns and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. Meow, meow, meow. I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who fall in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks, the both of you. But our work ain't done yet. There's a lot of needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with shooting the fireworks? If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you got your loins good and girded. Alright, I'll let you know when my loins are girded. A display of such grandeur is not merely a matter of crafting the fireworks proper. We shall require the cooperation of a great many people, several of whom may be less than disposed to offer it. We who are about to set sail salute you. Right then, let's get started. Let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up an old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue, nor much experience nobbling with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't you? Of course, m'lady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, my dears. Together, then, to the Coral Tower. Woo! Commodore Rayner worked his way up the ranks, all the way from rock bottom to the tippity top. He knows the workings of the thalassocracy in and out, so any flaws in our proposal, and he'll see right through 'em. Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Yoshi P! Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. If not for Rayner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He's a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we, then? Okay. Can't believe Yoshi P. hardened criminal. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Wanted to make the Rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. A yo-yo, need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? Yes. I do, Commander. Every Lominsan art still bears this. Every Eorzean's art still bears the scars of the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the Rising ain't just about looking to the past. It's about looking to the future, too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep 'em on the straight and narrow like, I reckon it's our duty to see 'em off on another year's journey, too. Well put. Heck, I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours. Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship and the rest from the Black Sails. Of course, one is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Yo-Yo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Come on, pirates! Let's ring in the year. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen. Fought and died at Cartano, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well, then. Allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered. Let's go! I bid you remember that you go to speak with the pirates. Lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I can take them. They're just... I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. We are to parley with pirates. Truly, life is but a succession of unexpected events. Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Rayner did. While Roswin of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalane of the Kraken's arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. Okay. So we have our angles. Emotion, mercantilism, and honor and glory. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, because me tongue decides to tie itself an half inch. An half itch? Huh. I don't know. Just say the first thing that comes into your heads, and I'll pick up after. Okay, so now we're going to have to jump in. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over onto the anchor yard and get this parlay started. Hello? Here there be pirates? Are there any pirates? Yar, dare be Hey, how's it going? You go away. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help you with the rising fireworks. And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. 'Tis a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion lies with Roswin's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men, so unless there is anything else. No profit? How sad the great Carveline should lose his nose for coin! You would put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt. Why, it's the perfect opportunity to forge a deeper bond with Roswin. No. Here we go. Dang, great. Oh, look at this baby. Can't smell a coin. I did not come here to be insulted. If you know of a method by which the Krakens might stand to gain from this that I do not, then state it, or else hold your tongue. Or better yet, allow me to hold it for you. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city, personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working and with the mail, that's all. Oh, and I get it. With the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole would be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image, and sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. No, don't you want to bring joy to the masses? Carvelin's in. Don't you want to be together? Wait, I thought she was in love with the cook. Don't you want to be together? No, Carvel. What are you trying to imply? I'd rather cut my arse off with a rusty cutlass than have to spend another minute in that pretty pissant's company. Me and my girls are proper pirates. The sanguine sirens ain't all about the pirate in life, though, are ya? You run Ames houses for the sick and injured, and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs, such as come their way. Them's your hunters, and the folk who draw into the city to see the grand display your quarry. Oh, she's making the quarry argument. Okay, I didn't think she liked Carveline, but it was the fact that it presented it twice. I was like, I don't know, maybe I was wrong. I was not wrong. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they'd make a killing. Providing they had all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend him an hand myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through his stuff. Wait, does she like Carveline? I could have sworn there was a chef that she liked. What of the executioners? There is no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merlewhip in the Maelstrom, surely. I'm tough. Nah, we'll do it. I like fireworks. You, Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Lominsa, the greatest port in all the realm. You can find this fleet of yours without our help, yet you've come here begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together 'cause of Cartno. You could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right that those that lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing, too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. Damn. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Astalicia. Send word when you have hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Let's go! Aye, aye, Captain. Heck. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartno. Let's send them all off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition. That in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you. Again. I never forced you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you ranty bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. Heck. We did it! My hearty congratulations to the both of you. It was my honor to play a supporting part, but it was your passion for the Rising that swayed them. And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never gotten them on our side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful, I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new begins, lass, and may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Woo! You did a great service, my friend, both for the yo-yo and for those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be still some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together. Of course. Nah, see ya. It's got to be at night. Why did they set it to day? Or I guess this is sunset. Maybe, I don't know. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement, for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Of course. Meow meow. To all of my children. Oh no, 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 no! He got me to lower my guard. He got me to think it wasn't going to happen this year. How dare he? How dare he? I'm on a boat. That's so pretty. God, the new lighting is so good. Greetings, warrior of light. Hello, Yoshida. Yoshida-san. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. "'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude." Nope, 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 not gonna. "The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls. But we've enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap." Of course. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. Thank you, Yoshi P. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Heck. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace they shall cross again. I don't know why it always makes me so emotional. Heck. It is almost time for the display to begin. The consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Yeah. Heck. Holy crap. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir of wind, of waves, of ropes, of sails, of friends, who, like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sail for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail o'er the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish, that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look to the same sky together. Heckin' gosh. Yep, there's the meteor. We knew it, right? Okay, a little cryo video. Brushed up cryo. Certain notable personages have been seen to frequent the acre yard. Ooh. For 11's sake. Oh gosh, sorry. A soft westerly wind blows across the acre yard. Sure, let's wait for the wind. All right, so what's the over/under? We got Emmerich. Emmerich's gonna show up. Maybe Medion, definitely Medion. Zero. Zero's gonna be here somehow. God. Wuklava. Yeah. Okay. So the oh, it's a bunch of Libsyn people. Okay. All right, Batteron. No, wait, is Batteron the one at the quarry? No, yeah, it is him, okay. If it ain't me old pal, Evelyn, here to beg the old bird for guidance too, are ya? Shijabom Jum Drummy said you had an end in this year's fireworks. And that a bad job you made of them, neither. Meow, 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 meow. You met Sujobi down in the Hawker's Alley, I sent her to pick up some stock for the wench. But do you know what she brought me back? Only a bottle of bleeding Bacchus. Paid for it out of her own pocket, she did, to thank me again for saving. Jeez. Don't know why she's so hung up about it. The girl's paid me back 100 times over with all her hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad accepting it, but, well, a bottle of Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. Reckon it's you we should be thanking anyway for that marvelous display. All the ships in the arbor, the fire in the sky brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad, but every one of them well worth remembering. And we ain't done making them yet. You'll be off on your next adventure soon enough, I wager. Well, you can't rightly be striding out on an empty stomach now, can you? Come up to the wench and we'll fill your belly. Sure thing, buddy. Yeah, I guess. Sure, why not? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's right there. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Alright, who else is here? The head chef of the Bismarck. Surely he won't make me cry. Well, well, well. I come to feel Liblade's breath on my face only to find the faithless Basom whispered in the ear of another. How have you been keeping, Evelyn? That's a greeting. Holy shit. I hear we've got you to thank for the Rising display. A yo-yo's been singing your praises from Fisherman's Bottom to the Coral Tower. Aw. What? Surprised I know her? Lips is a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck. Whether it's to sup on the finest food and wine this side of the sea, or to clap the irons on those who tip the casks and touch too thirstily. Suppose an adventurer like you mightn't have noticed, always coming and going as you are, but stick around in the city for a while and you'll see. The jackets aren't just axes for ire, they're true friends of the common folk. Friendly cops. Only in a video game. Only in media. A yo-yo was a retainer before the calamity struck, you know. Her master had a thing for fireworks. Every time they came back from their wanderings, they'd load her down with 100 weight of spouts and spinners they'd picked up from God's nowhere. Day and night, you'd see her down in the market ward, beaming that sunny smile of hers, and every passer-by tried her damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon, but then Dalamud fell, and she lost her master. Literally lost him, the way she tells it. It Whereas if the calamity burned an hole in her memory and they fell straight through, couldn't remember their face nor their name. Oh. But she never forgot the fireworks. The amount of gunpowder that went through her hands over the years, she couldn't help learning a bit about making things go bang. An apprenticeship with the Canadians later, she was a Yellow Jacket. So when I heard they were the ones who put in charge of the Rising display, I knew she'd be the first to volunteer. The Rising, the fireworks, they mean a lot to her. And as a friend, they mean a lot to me. So thank you. Oh. Footsteps approaching. The Admiral herself? What the heck? Sorry for all the nose blowing. It's just, you know. Evelyn, this is a coincidence. Okay, you're telling me. Rainer was just telling me of the role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts and give them strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen, too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the fields of Cartno. The men and women of the Black Sails, chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to the more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's Rising was not merely in Limsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow her example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayers to Limblade and be on my way. Fare you well, Avolith. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Who else we got? The acting captain of the bloody executioners. Oh, this dork. S something. Sicard, yeah. If it isn't my old mate, Evelyn. I heard you had a hand in the fireworks, but I thought you'd be long gone by now. I'm glad you stuck around, though. Gives me a chance to thank you. Her? Forgetting the executioners involved, like. Can't say you didn't run us ragged getting the whole fleet loaded up with the 10 tons of fire sand and ready to sail at a moment's notice. But it was well worth it in the end. Aye, there's nothing pirate enjoys more than a bit of the old pyrotechnics. The perfect send-off for shipmates past and present. Even got me in the guts, so it did. Most rises have spent at the bottom of a flagon, thinking of those we lost, and salting my grog. But this salute's only gone and put the wind in my sails. I'm up at anchor tomorrow in search of an island sanctuary of my own, somewhere to bury me booty. Wish me luck, Evelyn, and may Limblade's breath ever blow at your back. Take care, dork. Go talk to your boyfriend. Those two are gonna show up again, aren't they? They gotta. An explorer and his baby Oppo Oppo. Oh! Oh, I didn't even think about it. Hey, Derek! I knew it was you. I could tell it from your bearing. What'd you call me? Forgive me. It glanced me that our paths should cross again, of course. And yet I find myself somewhat lost for words. This is cool. I'm still sad that one of the others isn't the one that stayed, but it's fine. Are you well? What brings you here? Is that so? I should have known it. It is very much like you to help others fulfill their dreams, to bring life and light to the world. Hey, I know I had you as my deity, but I think I gotta change it to Limblade or Zeta. I'm sorry. I wish I didn't have to tell you like this. I always liked festivals, as did all my brethren. Though the celebrations have taken diverse forms over the years, all brought smiles to the faces of our children, and in turn, us. Though it was our custom, nay, our duty, to watch over you from the phantom realm, one among us was so drawn to the music and the merrymaking that he adopted a mortal form, that he might join you in your revelry. Oh, who was that, Derek? Who could that have been? Please tell me, or I'll never figure it out. In every festival it is imbued the hopes and dreams of mortal man. You implore the gods to listen to your pleas, and they hear you. They still do. Aww. Oh, right, because this is a shrine to Limelight, right? I think you have to go here for the wedding preparations. Till next our paths should cross. Ook, ook, ook. Bye, cutie. God, everyone thought you were gonna turn out to. Ook, ook. Oh, what a cutie. Goodbye. Bye, sweetie.